Hello, everyone. I hope that you, your family, everyone in your community, and the people that you love and know everywhere are doing just fine right now. One of the things that I'm going to request of all of you is that you be really patient with me. You know, as somebody who's disabled, life just takes an enormous amount of energy, so I may not be posting all that I like for what I do to be something I'm just fully satisfied with. Okay, everyone, we're starting the master's degree matrix portion of this video. I said in my video, which is called the qualifiers, that I'm pretty sure that these media outlets know he's a liar, but they want him on for ratings. I was referencing Vladimir, also the Roland Martin Show, and any number of other outlets that he's been on. The reason why I say that is because if you work in the media, you should be able to use Google or YouTube and find out enough information about your guest to realize that they are not who they say they are. But if you can't, what can I say about that? However, when I said that, I was not referencing Cynthia Johnson. She seems like a very nice woman, very inquisitive. And in fact, in the early portion of Umar's rise on the internet, I think she was really the one person that just tried to really push him and push back as well. She's a smaller AM station, and I was talking about bigger people and also the people who have just had him on and for some reason didn't think that the volume of controversy that he was able to create through his own unprofessional actions and activities that were also unlawful didn't prohibit him from being a guest in front of the nation and the world. My instinct the other morning said go back and listen to just the Cynthia Johnson clip, and wow, he claims to have 3 master's degrees. I'm going to play the clip for you, and every time he mentions one of these master's degrees, I'm going to hit this. And if you're wondering what this is a scrapbooking piece of paper. And I picked this because even though I'm Buddhist, and this is not a voodoo doll, we're about to stick him on this 6th degree in all claim. Let's go.
What college did you attend to get your doctorate degree? In what year?
I earned my undergraduate degree in psychology and political science from Milledgeville University, Pennsylvania.
What's the name of it?
Milledgeville University of Pennsylvania. I earned my school psychology degree also from Milledgeville University. And I earned my master's degree from Lehigh University in educational leadership. And I earned my 6th degree, my 5th and 6th, a master's and doctorate in clinical psychology from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. 6 degrees are all not that should matter because it's my work that counts, not my education.
Okay, so these are my little picky notes down here. Number 1, the audio quality is poor on this interview, but I believe that I heard him say degree, singular, instead of degrees, plural. But he was able to compensate for not having 2 bachelor's degrees, possibly only having 1 that day, by having 3 master's degrees. Oh my God. Jesus. And number 2 is in this interview, he uses the wrong name for number 2. I really don't think he realizes what this Lehigh degree actually is named. This degree popped up out of nowhere. Of course, Hahnemann University isn't listed in here. He doesn't talk about his certificates or licensing, calling them degrees. This is so wild. A while ago, I sat down, I turned the camera on, I showed people my face, which is not my favorite thing to do. And I just started talking about what I know. And I realized, no, I have to plot this whole thing out so that I can literally help there be a historical record that smokes all the garbage.
I became aware of Umar Johnson. It happened because a student of mine, who's now a criminal defense attorney in the city of Detroit, has a sister who has a special needs child. and decided to take Umar Johnson's advice, and the family didn't think that this was a good idea, and they didn't like the changes that they were seeing. She noticed that he claimed to have 6 degrees. So because I was her former professor, she emailed me and she said, what's the likelihood that someone's going to have 6 degrees? And I told her right off the bat, I said it's highly improbable. Plus, there's no reason for it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to research this individual and I'll get back to you. So when I went to go research his biography, and I looked at the 6 degrees claim, and there was no validity to it. And so I immediately got back to her and I said, it's not real. It's complete bullshit. I don't really want to swear, but it's bullshit. At one point, Umar Johnson was being interviewed. He told her that he was a double major, and he then went on to count that as 2 degrees. But that's not how it works, ever.
In one of the videos, Lennon asked me to clarify the structure of a double major and how it works. And in other places I have read, people comment and say that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I think the confusion is happening because double, the adjective double, dual, is implying that it's 2, because it is 2. It's just not 2 degrees. I want to break this down. The standard credits needed to graduate with any bachelor's degree would be 120. Generally, you have a major and a minor. The standard amount of credits needed to fulfill your minor is generally 15 to 21. The standard amount of credits needed to comply with your major requirements is 32 to 44. 36 to 40 is usual. If you have 2 majors, you are working with 2 different departments to meet their standards. Let's say you decide to be a basket weaving and statistical analysis double major. I don't know why. You're going to work for Pottery Barn. Basket weaving has determined 34 credits is necessary to get their requirements met. The statistical analysis department has decided that 39 credits will be needed to meet their requirements. So, right here throughout your 4.5, 5, however long it takes to get this BA, okay? Maybe you have to skip a semester, someone gets sick, who knows? You are going to attempt to get 73 credits in order to say, I was a double major. Now, when you're a double major, what happens is that you generally end up limited in the amount of electives and general study classes that you can pick from, because you're always trying to meet these base requirements, okay? You're going to meet these requirements. You're not going to have a minor necessarily, no. And you're going to walk off that stage if you go with 1 degree. That's how a double major works.
When you graduate college again, you can have 1 degree. Okay, he said he had 2, which is garbage. You don't get 2 degrees for being a double major. 6 degrees. There's no professional reason to ever pick up all of these degrees. It doesn't count for anything.
I've discovered that these videos work best when I try and keep them under 12 minutes. So I've showed you today that he claimed to have 3 master's degrees, which is utterly ridiculous. As well, he claims that a dual major is 2 bachelor's degrees, and that's functionally illiterate. So why does the world's most requested black scholar not understand how you acquire degrees? Curious. Enjoy yourself today, everybody. Take care of one another.